The clear blue tropical water near the coral reef hides a large apex predator. But the massive dark shadow gliding smoothly beneath the surface is not a shark. It possesses 4 heavy legs, a long thick tail, and hard reptilian scales. The largest land lizard on Earth is currently swimming freely in the open ocean. It rules the water too. Most wildlife documentarians filmed this heavy animal crawling slowly across the dry hot rocks. We mentally place the dragon in a harsh environment entirely devoid of liquid water. But these isolated Indonesian islands are completely surrounded by the vast Indian Ocean. The dry volcanic land provides very little consistent food during the long dry season. To survive the harshest months, the heavy predator must master a completely different environment. A long-tailed macaque sits carefully on a sharp rock directly above the water. The monkey constantly scans the dry forest behind it for any approaching terrestrial threat. It never considers looking down into the deep blue water crashing against the rocks. The threat comes from below. The heavy dragon swims almost completely submerged exactly 2 meters beneath the resting monkey. Its flat muscular tail moves rapidly side to side exactly like a large crocodile. The thick legs are tucked tightly against its body to reduce underwater hydrodynamic drag. Only the 2 large nostrils break the ocean surface to draw quiet silent breaths. The dragon positions its massive 90-kilogram body directly beneath the overhanging volcanic rock. It stops moving its tail and lets the ocean current hold it perfectly still. The monkey reaches down toward the water to wash a piece of stolen fruit. The dragon quickly kicks its strong rear legs and launches out of the water. The water surface heavily breaks. The heavy jaws snap completely shut over the thick arm of the screaming monkey. The heavy weight of the giant reptile pulls the mammal directly into the ocean. The underwater struggle is brief because the monkey cannot breathe or fight while submerged. The successful hunter easily drags its large prize back onto the warm sandy beach. This extraordinary aquatic ambush requires a complex physiological adaptation inside the cold-blooded animal. Reptiles generally struggle to maintain their required body temperature when submerged in ocean water. Cold water draws heat directly away from the muscles significantly faster than cold air. A normal lizard would become completely paralyzed by the sudden massive loss of heat. The dragon fights the cold. The dark scales act as biological solar panels specifically designed to absorb maximum sunlight. Before entering the ocean, the dragon spends 2 hours basking on the hot rocks. It deliberately supercharges its core body temperature far above its normal daily operating level. This massive stored thermal energy creates a temporary biological buffer against the cold ocean. It gives the predator exactly 30 minutes to complete its underwater hunt and return. If it stays submerged any longer, its muscles will completely stop responding to signals. The ticking biological clock makes every single movement in the water a calculated risk. Hunting monkeys near the shore is only a small part of its aquatic life. The real danger lies further. Between the small islands, the ocean floor drops rapidly into deep underwater volcanic trenches. Millions of gallons of ocean water rush through these narrow channels at high speeds. The resulting tidal currents are strong enough to completely capsize small wooden fishing boats. A mature dragon will willingly jump into these rapid currents to reach another island. It relies entirely on the natural water flow to carry it across the channel. But swimming across the open ocean exposes them to entirely new biological challenges. The high concentration of salt quickly dehydrates the cold-blooded body from the outside. Their heavy specialized kidneys must work twice as hard to filter the seawater. The salt drains their energy. If the dragon is swept away by an unexpected shift in the tidal current, it cannot physically swim back against the heavy wall of moving ocean water. Many large males exhaust their chemical energy reserves and simply drown in the deep. The ones that successfully reach the opposite shore are immediately faced with another crisis. They must quickly locate a source of fresh water hidden somewhere on the island. A female green sea turtle slowly pulls her heavy body onto the sandy beach. She digs a deep nest in the warm sand under the bright afternoon sun. The dragon is already watching. It lies perfectly still inside a thick patch of coastal mangrove trees nearby. The dark scales blend seamlessly into the dense shadows cast by the thick leaves. The turtle deposits over 100 soft white eggs directly into the sandy hole. The dragon does not attack the 200-kilogram turtle while she is digging. A mature sea turtle possesses a thick bony shell that completely blocks serrated teeth. A direct confrontation would waste valuable energy and carry unnecessary physical risks. So the heavy reptile simply waits for the exhausted turtle to return to sea. The dragon slowly emerges from the dark mangroves once the beach is completely empty. The buried treasure is unprotected. Its yellow tongue flicks rapidly to locate the exact chemical scent of the nest. The thick claws easily dig through the warm sand to expose the soft eggs. This high-protein food source requires absolutely zero energy to kill or subdue. The dragon swallows the eggs whole to quickly replenish the calories lost during swimming. This diverse hunting strategy perfectly explains how they dominate this specific island ecosystem. They are not strictly limited to hunting deer or wild pigs in the forest. They actively exploit the biological resources of both the dry land and the ocean. We naturally classify animals into strict categories based on their primary physical appearance. Nature rejects our rigid categories. A heavy land lizard can become a highly efficient marine predator when necessary. It uses the exact same physical tools to dominate two completely different natural environments. The heavy tail that breaks a pig bone also functions as a strong propeller. The dark scales that provide camouflage on land also serve as biological solar panels. Every physical trait serves a dual purpose in the struggle for absolute survival. The ability to cross the ocean allows them to spread their genetics across islands. If one island runs out of food, they simply swim toward the next horizon. This adaptability is exactly why they outlived the large mammalian predators in the region. A tiger cannot cross the deep ocean trenches that separate these volcanic land masses. The water acts as a filter. It keeps terrestrial competitors out while allowing this highly efficient opportunist to move freely. We look at the dry land and assume that is where its power ends. Weaved by the ocean, it rules it,